Hey guys, so I haven't been making videos for a while, and I have a reasonable explanation for that. Um, I've been on placement for the past 4 weeks, and then I spent 2 weeks at home, so I haven't been able to make videos. And then I finished placement on Friday, and since then I've been ill, um, so I haven't been able to make anything. Even now I still have a cough, but I really wanted to make a video, so just bear with me. So basically this video is to talk about eczema. I've had eczema since I was about 4 years old, and I've been battling with it for all my life really, for 14 years. It's been good and bad for most of my life really. It's affected my writing because I had it on my fingers, so I can't hold a pen the way I was taught to hold a pen, so it has affected my handwriting. There was one point where I had to stick my feet into a bowl of water because my socks were stuck to my ankles. It has been that bad, so I've had to deal with it really, but so now I'm going to go ahead and tell you the treatment that I've had for my eczema. I went to Doctors and Herbs, which is a Chinese shop, and what they do is they mix a lot of herbs together to form like a gravy sort of paste, and what you do is you paste it across your skin. And I'm sure that would have been fine for anyone else, but another thing that I had done was to find out what I was allergic to. I recommend to absolutely anyone, find out what your eczema is allergic to, what triggers it. Because what I had 4 patches put on my back, maybe a few more, maybe 5 or 6, and they had about 8 chemicals on each of different things that could trigger eczema off. And you have them on for a week. You go back to the hospital and they have a look at if a bit of eczema has come up under any of the chemicals. They see which one is which, and they tell you really. And what I was allergic to was plants, pollen, and things like that. A weird one was lettuce. I don't know. I still eat lettuce. I like lettuce. But yeah, if I touch lettuce, then I blow up like a balloon. No. So I recommend that to anyone really. Find out what you're allergic to, and then you know to avoid it. Then I know now to avoid washing up liquid. I have to wear washing up gloves while I'm washing up. So yeah, that's my top tips really. Find out what you're allergic to. Doctors and Herbs I think would have been good, but obviously I'm allergic to herbs, so yeah, that's helped me a lot because now I stay away from flowers and things like that as well. I can't sit on grass, otherwise my legs will come up in eczema. But that really helped, so I would recommend that to anyone really. Find out what you're allergic to. So I went to the doctors and basically told him that my brother's cream was working really well for me, which was hydrocortisone, and he said that we have to treat eczema like a pyramid. You've got the top of the pyramid, which is very small. It's the yellow sticky pus start of eczema that you have to treat with antibiotics. That's on a rare occasion. And then in the middle you have the red, angry, hot eczema that you have to treat with steroids. And then at the bottom you have the dry, itchy, flaky sort of eczema that you treat with moisturizer. So that's antibiotics, steroids, moisturizer. The moisturizer you use the most. The steroids then use less than moisturizer, and antibiotics only if your eczema is really bad and infected. So that's basically what he told me. And you will see now the creams that I use to treat my eczema and what I'll be using on the process of trying to get rid of my eczema for the holidays. So now I don't actually have the horrible infected eczema right now. I am very lucky in that. I only have the red eczema, and for the red eczema I do use hydrocortisone, which is this. You have to get this prescribed by the doctor, but I'm sure if you go in and recommend it and say that you want it, then I'm sure he'll let you have a go at it, because it is trial and error when it comes to eczema. These creams may necessarily work for me, but they may not work for you. You just have to keep switching and trying. I'm still in the trying process stage of these. The hydrocortisone is working well for me, but I still need to use the moisturizer every day to see if that is working, but it is doing very well. So that's the middle stage. That's the steroid stage, which you only use that 2 to 3 times a week, probably even less, because you don't need that much of it. but do ask your doctor how much you use of it. Next you have the moisturising cream, which is the most. I have this big tub right here. You can see how big it is. It's a very thick sort of cream, and you put this on and it's like a white paste. You just have to keep rubbing so that it seeps in. That's like a moisturiser, that's what I use the most. So I'm going to be using that every day. The doctor also recommended it straight after you get out of the shower, because then it will absorb into the skin a lot better. So yeah, they're my creams. Okay, so my 5 top tips for eczema are: number 1, find out what you're allergic to. That is my number 1 tip. Find out what you're allergic to, and then you can avoid it, and that will automatically make your eczema a lot better. Number 2, keep the period in mind. The bottom is moisturise, the middle is steroids, the top is antibiotics. Moisturise every day and only use steroids if you need it. Number 3, ask your doctor about the different types of creams and just keep trying them for your skin, because one might work on your friend or a family member and it might not work on you, but one will, so just keep at it and keep trying. Number 4, which I absolutely hate this one, but I've had to put it in: go in the sea. The salt in the sea, although it will sting your eczema, my mum always told me when I was little to just go in the sea, and I would come out with red raw eczema behind my knees and on my arms, and it would sting like hell. But it will calm your eczema down. Somehow it does. You've got stinging and redness at the start, but then it will calm it down and it will soothe it. And number 5, stay positive. I've had so many bad experiences with my eczema, but I've had it for almost 15 years. And another one of my number top tips is to just stay positive and just keep moisturising, keep putting the cream on, keep doing whatever you're doing to fix your eczema and get rid of it. I know it's a horrible thing to have and it will never go away. It is incurable, but we can treat it, and I'm going to take you on my journey of treating it before my holiday and seeing if these creams actually work for me and if my confidence will get any better.
Not the girl that you see in the magazine. Perfect face and perfect body. Never be any